Hello! You may remember in my last video I showed off this custom Mega Construx Warhammer 40k figure, very kindly given to me by Sassy Crocodile. The link is in the top now if you missed the video. Well, I've got him all painted up in the same colour scheme as my custom chapter of Space Marines. While I show some footage of me painting up the Marine, I just want to quickly say that I now have a second channel. Introducing Sonic John 40k. Very creative name, I know. I want to make videos on my Warhammer hobby, but I also don't want to disrupt or mess up this channel by mixing together Halo animations and Warhammer hobbying. Even though there is a crossover between the two communities, I feel like you should still have the choice in what you subscribe to, so I thought the best way forward was to make this other channel and keep them separate. So more Halo animated reviews are on the way on Sonic John 117. And on Sonic John 40k, I've just put out a video showing off a fully painted Space Marine army that I've been working on for my friend. As you can imagine, so much work went into painting it all up, so that's why Halo videos have been quite slow for a while, as you can imagine. If you have any interest at all in seeing what a fully finished Space Marine army looks like, I've linked the video in the top right now. And I'll be making some hobby vlogs and homebrew lore videos on there as well in the future. So if you're interested in Warhammer, I'd really appreciate you subscribing to that channel as well. But if not, and this is all you're interested in, that's totally cool as well. Alright, well, back to the actual figure. That's him all painted up. I'm working on some decals for his shoulder pads, because I need to make some custom chapter symbols for my actual real Warhammer figures. So when I make those, I'll put them on this guy too. And I gave him a quick varnish and then he's done. I follow JMac Paints on Instagram and I love that they make some bases for their finished figures. And since Warhammer models always have a base on them, I wanted to make something like that for this guy too. To do that, I grabbed a Warhammer base I had for my spare bits. Then I got a mega studded base that I think came from a Call of Duty line. I used plastic glue to stick the mega base onto the Warhammer base. Next, I used some milliput. I mixed together the two parts of putty and then smushed it onto the base. And I'm trying to build up a bit of a mound and leave the studs free so the figure's feet will still stick on later. I grabbed some bits of cork that I had spare from building some other rocks for other bases, and I pressed it into the milliput to give it some texture. Now I know this all looks quite messy in its current form. Let me tell you, nothing makes you question whether you're doing a decent job like when you've got a 4K camera pointed at what you're doing. I put some PVA glue on the base and sprinkled some basing rocks on it. And then finally sprinkled some builder's sand. Lastly, I watered down the PVA glue and dabbed it on over the top so it'll all dry nice and solid. I base it in Xandri dust. Doesn't have to be neat, just slap it on there with a bit of water and that's good. I used 𝙿𝙨𝙨 khaki as a base layer. I washed it with 𝙕𝙨𝙨 so it gets all in the recesses. Dry brush it with 𝙈𝙨𝙨𝙙𝙀. And then paint the rim Xandri dust. Give it a varnish and then that's finished as well. So I hope you like the final result. He'll look even better with the shoulder decals, so next time you see him he'll have those on. Maybe he'll be part of an animation I'm scripting. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.